teachers in a form. So welcome teachers here, and it's all about teachers, all about Teachers Day, and a gratitude to teachers for sharing their journey, sharing their experience throughout. So this whole episode with Twara, with Shweta is for teachers. And first and foremost, I will thank Shweta to be here to guide all the teachers with her expertise. I'm waiting.
Thank you so much.
Shweta, just waiting for Madhu to
Yeah,
see if I can enter her.
take
Madhu,
your
can
time.
you show your camera login if you can show it, Madhu? I'm not able to see your camera. So if you can just join in with the camera. Okay, till Madhu is joining. Hello everyone. Hello all the guests, all the members here who are listening us today to the live session with Twara and with Shweta, with Shefali, and Madhu is also there on the uh, list of audience, but not able to join yet. Let me see. Sometime will be joining. Shefali and Madhu are teachers from two different schools, and they have been following a lots of fitness and health journey. We will be sharing it on the coming time. But before that, let me introduce Shweta. So Shweta is joined us all the way from Bangalore. Is based in Bangalore, right, Shweta?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So Shweta is a former corporate HR professional. She has a decade of experience as a HR professional, but she have taken a U-turn and then done a degree of naturopath and a yoga science. She has done a bachelor degree in naturopath and yoga science, and she's an integrative medicine course also. She is an expert in a naturopath and a wonderful person with a very deep knowledge, I would say. I have some moments of interaction with her. So I would say everyone should go and catch up her on her YouTube video. I will share the link later on the comment. So please take time out and watch Shweta's page also. Shweta, if you can drop the in comment the Shweta your page, or it will be great for everybody to watch here. So they can also listen to check it out. And the YouTube link for so her videos are really short and very informative about all about health, a natural way of healing. So I request everyone to join in up and check the videos out for Shweta. A small intro about Twara also. Twara is a wellness brand working for hormonal balance of females. We are here to spread a vision we all have is the period should be no pain. So that is the vision and a mission behind Twara. We want every female should experience, every girl should experience a periods with no pains, and that's what we're working with. And today I have Shweta, Madhu, and Shefali here. Madhu is still not able to join. Because they'll let me out later. But till then, I would like to start the session. I have questions from Madhu also. If with me, if I'm able to add her, I will take her questions also and see how we can go about. So it's on teachers. So questions will be on teachers and how well and will be so first question. Teachers are always on the go. They are planning, teaching, correcting, interacting with parents, interacting with students. Where do they get time for lifestyle habits, or how can it fit in their busy schedule?
Okay. So, Kavita, firstly, when we speak about lifestyle, what is a lifestyle habit? We wake up every morning, we brush our teeth, we have our bath, we make a choice whether we choose to have coffee or not. We make a choice whether we choose to have a smoke or not. We make a choice whether we go to a party and have alcohol or not. All of these choices that we do on a daily basis, on our regular basis, that is what lifestyle choices are. So when you make certain lifestyle choices and integrate them as your just your being, it becomes your lifestyle habit. So today, if I choose that I am only going to eat vegetarian food, it's a lifestyle choice that I have made. Okay, so similarly, from a teacher's point of view, I understand that a teacher is first a woman, and a woman who's juggling between family and her work. And there are a lot of occupational hazards when it comes to teaching as well. You know, you stand for a long period of time, which kind of exposes you to a lot of, issues that can be related to, varicose veins, etc. You have to speak for elongated periods of time, which brings you a lot of throat related issues that you may, encounter. In addition to this, you may just write too much on the blackboard, because of which there is chalk dust that you are inhaling, which is in a way impacting your lungs, impacting the condition of your health. So all of these, are certain hazards when it comes to teaching. But when it comes to teaching, one very important thing is that, you are a mother to the student, no matter whether you are having a school child or a college child or even an adult as your student. You are actually mothering the child to be able to take them from point one to point B. And in the process of this, if you are not able to balance your own self, then how is it that you will be able to transfer it to somebody else, who's your student? Ultimately, that student is following you. So those little lifestyle choices that you need to do as a teacher can be just simply hydration, because when you are dehydrated, it does bring in a lot of gut issues, constipation related issues, which can impact your mood, it can impact your mental health, which will bring in stress, anxiety at work, which you do not want. The second thing is that, are you making a choice of having coffee as your go to or not? Because,
I pause you in a moment.
yeah,
And Shifa, if you can just mute it so the communication will be easy. When we have to talk, we can unmute. Just sorry, Shweta, to stop you.
yeah.
If Shifa,
So whether coffee is really becoming our instant source or a stimulation for energy or not is a lifestyle choice that you make. Whether you are choosing to stay back late at night or you are choosing to sleep at night, at the designated time, is a lifestyle choice you make. And all of these choices, whether it is about sleeping in time, whether it is about excessive screen time in the night, is actually creating an impact on your lifestyle. We are governed by circadian rhythms, and these circadian rhythms say that our body is best detoxing when we are sleeping in the night. Your body is repairing you, healing you when you are sleeping in the night. And the hormonal balancing time, when you are actually, when your body is working on your balancing of your hormones, is between 9:30 in the night to 2:30 in the night. And at that point in time, if you're not sleeping and watching your Netflix, or you are, scrolling your reels, then it's really impacting your hormones. You are losing out on a golden opportunity for your body to balance your hormones automatically without having the need to do anything else. So yeah, these are some very simple lifestyle choices, but easy to do. But yes, it requires a little bit of commitment.
so it's all about early to bed and early to rise. Keep us healthy, wealthy, and wise is always right. Early to rise is always there with the teachers, but early to bed they are skipping out at a lot. I because of
Yes,
all the pressures or everything. But it should
yes.
be taken care of. One very important tip here is to sleep on time for everybody to take care of their hormones. Okay, Shweta, the next question is, do you feel stress and irregular schedules also mess with our hormones, like not just moods, but energy, sleep, even weight? What do you think about it?
Yes, of course. See, stress is an inevitable part of everyone's life. So when you say that, somebody, now irrespective of whether or not it's a teacher, it's a woman, it's somebody who's juggling with multiple responsibilities, stress is bound to come. We're living in the modern lifestyle where we are juggling with multitasking, so stress is bound to come. But whether or not you let that stress affect you is a choice that you make again. But when somebody is in, excessive stress, it spikes up your cortisol. When it spikes up your cortisol, it is an increase in your inflammation, which is going to somewhere or the other show up on your body. So these keeping your cortisol in check is a balance that we need to learn, and a lot of mindfulness practices, a lot of your pranayams will definitely help in this. Do you know that there was, Maharshi Sushrut, who is also considered to be many centuries ago now, decades ago, he was called the father of Indian Ayurveda surgery. And he, in one of his books, has mentioned that what makes our blood toxic is our mind and your mental health, which means if you have negative thoughts, if you have thoughts of fear, or if you have phobia, or if you have jealousy, or if you have anger, any sort of these negative emotions definitely make a difference to the toxicity levels in your blood, which is going to impact as your hormonal health or your weight problems or a whole lot of other issues. Stress and weight go, exactly, hand in hand. The higher the stress, the higher the weight problems. It's necessary to reduce your stress to be able to, bring your weight down. And that's why they also say that fat loss or weight loss happens when you are sleeping. And sleeping is the time for relaxation when you are off your stress.
Every teacher, everybody here, please make sure to take care of your sleep time. 9 9:30 सोना है तो सोना है should be the goal. अगर नहीं हुआ तो 10 तो off to bed should be the goal. Okay, moving to the next question. If you have Shefali or Madhu, if you have any question from the perspective, you can unmute and ask also. But I'm moving to the next question here. We usually think hormones are for our hormones are there in a teenage thing, hormone balancing, teenage के time पे ध्यान रखो या menopausal time hormones disturb होगा. But what do you think about like teachers are in their 30s and 40s, how they are juggling with all those things and how these hormones are showing up in their day-to-day activity? Like they are juggling so many things and the hormones are impacting them on a one way or the other. So how do you take it up like that? Is it just a teenage thing or a menopause thing or it's a overall like female thing?
No, it's really not age specific. When today, many years ago, the normal age for women or the girls to start their menarche was 16 at one point in time, which gradually reduced to a 13, to a 10. Today, you are not surprised if a girl comes and says that at the age of 9, she's got her menarche. What is all of this? This is her hormonal imbalances. So when you say that she's got an early menarche, we say it's the hormones. When in the teenage, a child is getting very angry, throwing tantrums, not listening to parents, we say, oh, it is just their hormones. When the child grows up a little, when she's young and her body is blooming and, she's developing breasts, she's looking beautiful, there's a glow on her face, we say, it's her hormones. When a woman gives her delivery and post delivery, she goes into, this postpartum depression, we say, oh, it's the hormones. During the menopausal period also, when she's having a hot flashes and she's struggling with her entire body, we say it's the hormones. So hormones are not specific to a particular age. They are irrespective. The fact that, whether you are a man or a woman, hormones are definitely going to impact you. And especially for women, because women are cyclical in nature, and hence this definitely exposes them far more to a hormonal imbalance of some kind. But when it comes to menopausal periods, particularly, um, there are two major hormones that almost have sort of a dance on a monthly basis into a woman's life. And these two hormones are estrogen and progesterone. And both of them are required into our body. One is not worse than the other. But what is required is that both of them are in balance. Now, there are certain times in your monthly cycle when you need more of estrogen. There are certain times in your monthly cycle when you require more of progesterone. So when estrogen is good for your body, but when it goes out of balance is when a lot of issues such as hormonal imbalances start showing up into a woman. But that does not mean estrogen is not a necessary. It is the same estrogen that will make a skinny looking girl into a beautiful, shapely woman. It is the same estrogen that will make that shapely woman go absolutely, look absolutely out of shape. It is the same estrogen that can make the whole lot of difference. Now, what you really need to, if I'm understanding your question, is that what specifically should we do in menopause? Is that your question?
No, I am just saying the usually the teacher's age is 30s to 40s and they are juggling a lot. And what they need to do to take care of their hormonal balance during that is not as a menopause, but from 30s to 40s are the usual age. The teachers are there in a school and teachers are handling all the load. So what are the things that they can go and they can do to take care of themselves?
Okay, a couple of things that I will list down. One, you definitely need to take care of your sleep for hormonal balancing. We've spoken about it. The second thing that you need to do is take care of your emotional well-being. Okay, you being at peace with yourself is very important for your hormones to be in place. The third thing that is required is some sort of exercise. Now, if you are already having a hormonal imbalance and you are doing an excessive cardio, it is also leading to increase of cortisol into your body, which you do not want. So choose the exercises which are light but are giving you enough of flexibility and enough of muscle exercise, etc. So pilates is good, anything like a walk is good, your yoga is good, especially if you are going through a hormonal imbalance in at present. So women who are with PCOD, PCOS, etc., then too much of excessive exercise is probably not the best for you. You need to do exercises that are a little calming in nature. The third thing is the food that you take or the nutrition that you take, and that's where Twara is doing an excellent job when it comes to seed cycling, because these seeds do have a phenomenal role to play at different stages of our monthly cycle. And there are times when you need to address your nutrition very differently. Of course, seeds are one of it, but also just eating mindfully, eating a lot of greens in your diet, which support your phytoestrogen so that it is able to take care of the balance between estrogen and progesterone, and nothing spikes up beyond. What is also important is that you are not exposing yourself too much on plastics. Plastics are becoming indispensable. You have to use plastics in your daily life, but whether or not you are using the recyclable plastics, whether you're using the BPA free plastics, definitely makes a difference on your hormones. Because the more you are using, you took a Bisleri bottle, you drank the water from the bottle, and you're reusing it again and again. Now this is going to be extremely bad to create the imbalance between estrogen and progesterone into your body. Another thing that you may want to take care of is the toxins or the cosmetics that you are exposing yourself to. So too much of cosmetics in the form of the foundations that you're using, the lipsticks that you're using, or the, any of your eye makeup, skin makeup, lotions, moisturizers. Now each one of them has some sort of toxicity attached to it, and that's where you read the ingredients very well. A lot of the perfumes that we are using have phthalates into it, and these phthalates are known to be endocrine disruptors, so they really impact the hormonal health to a large extent. So go natural as much as you can. I think that's
Excuse me, ma'am.
the easiest, simplest way to keep a hormonal
Excuse me, ma'am.
balance.
Even
Yeah.
sunscreens are bad for skin. Like we should not use sunscreens.
You know what? There are a lot of natural sunscreen available in the market today. You just have to do a little bit of research. Even if you go on Amazon and you click on something like natural sunscreens of that are available, there are a variety of options. Now, just by saying that, you know what, actually, the sunscreens was primarily made from the point of view of protecting you from the sun. But the sun is your greatest antiviral, it is your greatest immune system. It is that sun that is going to protect you from the infections that you may get. Even if you dry your clothes and you put it out in the clothes line under the sun, there is some disinfection that is happening for those clothes, which will not happen when you're drying the clothes into your washing machine. So it definitely makes a difference. What I'm trying to say is that let's not run away from the sun thinking that sun is bad, and each time I step out into the sun, I have to put a sunscreen. It does not have to be a habit. It just does not have to be a habit. There are certain countries where the sun is extremely harsh. And of course, that is some time when you have to use your sunscreens. When you are out for, in a very harsh sun, especially in the mid afternoons, etc., when it's at its peak, you may want to choose sunscreen for a while. But Indian climate is such wherein the almost any part of the country that you go, it's tolerable. It's not an excess at any point in time. And if you feel there is an excess around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in mid afternoons, it's okay to use sunscreen sometimes, provided it is a natural option or a natural sunscreen that you have chosen. And you may want to read up on the ingredients for that.
So is avoid chemicals as much as possible, whether from plastic, whether from cosmetics, whether from detergent, whether from anything. Avoid chemicals possible for good hormonal health is the
That's such an important
Especially
point
which
that you said,
ingredient should we avoid? Especially which ingredient we should avoid in this sunscreen thing, and what should be the maximum SPF?
See, I wouldn't want to, particularly say about the SPF levels. It depends on the kind of atmosphere or the kind of temperatures you are exposed to. But there are various ways in which you can create a natural sunscreen in your house, just by using a few ingredients like your beeswax mixed with some, I can talk about those ingredients separately. I do not want to talk about brands here because I think this is not the best forum for it. But there are a lot of options where you will get natural sunscreens which are made with organic ingredients without the presence of any toxic chemicals into it. And just a little bit of research online, you will be exposed to many of them.
Thank you, Shweta. It was a wonderful insight on all the chemicals and that disrupt our hormones. Moving ahead, like teachers are have very small time. Like if I talk about a small time is very less with the teachers. What are the 2-3 things as a nutrition perspective they can take care? Like most of the time when I am with the teachers and when I am interactive with my students during the studio, they say we just rush to the school and we get a time to eat at 10 o'clock, and then we don't have time to eat anything in between, then we have a time to eat at 3 o'clock. What are the 2-3 things as a hormonal nourishment that we can take care of, and how does seed cycling helps here for the teachers and to take care of it? Like we talk a lot about seed cycling.
Yeah. See, everything in our body, it goes as per a rhythm. There is a rhythm in which your body functions. There is a time which, our body gets trained as train it. Every day, if you are eating at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, your body gets trained from within to be able to produce and, release your hydrochloric acid at that time. But someday you are eating at 1 o'clock, someday you are eating at 3 o'clock, someday you're eating at 12 o'clock. It is not setting the rhythm right. And when that rhythm is not right, your body goes into a state of confusion. So sometimes it is releasing your hydrochloric acid when your stomach is absolutely empty. It does not have food to digest. That hydrochloric acid is going onto your bones, and it is actually, it might just land up into an issue of arthritis, of osteopenia, osteoporosis, etc. You want to make it a practice of eating in time. I understand it's not always possible, but as much as possible, fix a time. There is a lunch period for everybody. Now, mostly when it comes to teachers, that lunch period goes in checking, your answer sheets or answering to certain questions of children, or maybe just preparing for the next period that is going to come after that. For this purpose, it is important that teachers keep some snack with them. It can be a makhana. It can be just your flax seeds and your pumpkin seeds and your sesame seeds and your sunflower seeds, which are important elements of your seed cycling. So when you do, because Kavita, you just mentioned to me that is it can we do something if we are missing out on? It's not the best option to miss out on your lunchtime, but what you can do is keep a snack in case you have to miss it for some compulsion. And a best snack is something raw, something that gives you a quick boost of energy, something that gives you omega 3, and there can be nothing better than seeds. It can just be a roasted sunflower seeds that you want to carry in a tiffin. It can be a makhana. It can be, just a til ka laddu. It can be a methi seed ka laddu. It can be these small, small snacks which were our ancient wisdom, which our dadis and nannies used to make in the house, but we have forgotten today, were actually our lifelines. So you may not be able to eat on a particular time, but when you are just taking that seed, it's giving you enough nourishment to be able to sustain the period till you are actually getting onto your lunch. It's that there can't be anything better than seeds, or sometimes nuts, or it could even be fruits, or it could be a green juices. Now your greens in particular give you a boost of phytoestrogens. It makes sure that your estrogen is in balance. It makes sure that your hormonal imbalance doesn't go off, absolutely out of balance. And it's important to keep that balance, and hence skipping meals and keeping large gaps will not only disrupt your gut microbiome, it will also disrupt your mental peace, because a lot of your the hormones that are required to be able to regulate your mood and your depression and your anxiety levels, like your serotonin or your dopamine, are actually produced in your gut. So keep your gut happy by eating in time. And if you can't eat, at least keep some seeds or nuts by your side.
So moving to seeds, we always talk a lot on Twara about seed cycling for supporting your hormonal health. What do you think? What can you say about seed cycling for hormonal nourishment? How do you take it as a seed cycling as a hormonal nourishment?
See, I think seed cycling is a beautiful concept, and it is brought in from the whole idea that your body requires different elements of nutrition at different stages of your life. So because women are cyclical and every month we are going through this menstrual cycle, the first 15 days or the first 14 days of your cycle is the time when you want to focus on your flax seeds. It is this time when you want to focus on your pumpkin seeds. Your flax seeds, did you know that they are actually they give you a boost of fiber, but at the same time these flax seeds are also capable of giving you 50% of the benefits of enema, and enema is your colon cleansing. Flaxseed also will be able to do that. It will not only keep your estrogen and progesterone in check, but it will also make sure that your stomach remains clean. You do not suffer from issues like constipation. So even if it is you finished your lunch and you just take a little bit of flaxseed powder, or you just chew on some flax seeds and chew them, masticate it nicely, and then kind of gulp it, it's going to give you the benefits that omega-3 has to offer. It's going to give you tremendous benefits as far as your hormonal balancing is offer balancing comes. When it comes to pumpkin seeds, which are also necessary element as a part of your seed cycling, those pumpkin seeds are necessary because it's giving you zinc, and that zinc is very important for your body to be able to naturally produce progesterone of its own without having the need of taking a synthetic progesterone as a supplement or a pill from outside, or spraying something as a progesterone cream onto your body. That won't help as much as you train your body to be able to naturally produce progesterone, and that will happen when you take zinc in your body, which will come from pumpkin seeds. So very important element. Towards the second half, I think what is very important is your sesame seeds. Very good dose of calcium. Did you know that the absorption, the bioavailability of the absorption of calcium that comes from sesame seeds is far higher than the milk that you consume? So when you are consuming milk, irrespective of whether it is cow's milk, buffalo's milk, this milk, that milk, today people are taking camel's milk also, it's considered to be a trend. That bioabsorption into your, many a times it is not a problem with consumption as much as it is a problem with absorption. So if your body is not able to absorb the whole thing and your calcium residue stays inside your body just because that milk could not get digested completely, and the residue stays in your body, it stays as calcium residue, calcium deposits, which one fine day can accumulate and look like calcification deposits. So a lot of people who have these heart surgeries, etc., and they remove when they do their open heart surgeries and they remove these white colored calcification deposits that come out, many a times it is that unabsorbed calcium that stays into your body. So you need to be watchful of what is the source of calcium that you're taking. At least it should be very high in its bioavailability. And yeah, this I think is what I would say about seed cycling. Very, very important concept, especially for women's hormones, extremely important.
Thank you, Shweta. Any questions, Shefali and Madhu, if you have with Shweta, if you want to put up a screen, I'm to asking. If you have any question, you can just bring it up anywhere. Shweta, again, one question. We say that teachers have very short in time. They are, if they can, and how they can include seed cycling. If it is like a very short time, should they include seed cycling? If they are not able to, like, how important seed cycling should be in a day-to-day life, or they should just have a seeds and continue any day, like all seeds at a time, or a particular seeds at a time? How do you feel for the female teachers, like?
Because your body has a requirement of different types of seeds in different times of the month, seed cycling is definitely better than just popping on a seed. Today you get a lot of mixed seeds trails also in the market. You can just pick up one spoonful and eat it, but when you do a seed cycling, it just gives a structure to it. It gives your body what it requires at that particular time. So it's a beautiful concept, and I think it has its own merit, it has its own importance. And when you have it readily made by Tvara, it's even nice because you just take a spoonful, mix it. Even if you have just water, mix it in water, gulp it down. That's also a very simplest way of doing it. But usually, I remember when I was growing up, my mom used to give it to me in my plate. So when I'm eating my snack or when I'm eating my lunch, so my lunch would have a roti and a sabzi and a tilka chutney, and it would have a pickle, which is fermentation, and it would also have some green vegetable, and it would have a dal for protein. And my mom would always keep some pumpkin seeds, or a flaxseed laddu, or she would keep a methi dana ka laddu. These are things that when our ancestors made it, they probably did not know the science behind it. But today, when we know the science behind it, all the more reason not to forget that ancient wisdom.
So here, Shweta, I will just introduce Shefali and Madhu both. They have been with me and they have been doing a fitness regime with me since last 4 to 5 years. And they both have started Twara in their lifestyle after some health issue. They both are in a perimenopausal phase, I would say. So I would ask you a question, Shefali and Madhu. What were your scenarios before Twara? Like how you used to feel? Like what was the think what were the disturbances, body issues you were facing during before having Twara?
Uh, may I start, Madhu, first?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Hi, Shweta. Thank you so much for the information. And Kavita, you are always a darling to me. Actually, my journey started with Kavita 5 years before. I associated with DTF, and then I realized the importance of health. And as Shweta, you told me, I was not aware about the balance, how to balance situations. Like we are the teachers, every time we have to stand up, and so many things we have to do at one time only. Multitasking is the one of the feature of our teachers. Like so,
Yes.
it was really difficult for us to manage that time, and every time we have that excuse कि हमसे नहीं होता है, we don't have time. Then
Yeah.
Kavita told me कि this is the schedule you have to follow. That is a totally a different journey of mine. Now I know that because whenever I am eating something, so now I know that this is not good for my health. So I should avoid. Matlab, I am the famous for this thing that I am not going to eat it because this is not good for me. So this inculcated in me. But after Twara, 4 months before I started Twara, and this is the live thing I can tell you right now. This time, last 3-4 days, I'm sorry, Kavita, I missed 3-4 days for these seeds. And I can tell you live because I can observe the difference when I was taking these seeds. I was feeling wonderful. My periods
Mhm.
was going on fine. But this time when I missed, and it's really horrible for me because I'm not giving that supplement to my body, I think. So this is the thing, and earlier I was in pain. It was really difficult for me to stand for hours because we are in teaching profession and we have to stand for longer time also. But when I started Tara, after 1 month only, I observed so many differences in my periods, my pains, my clotting, everything. I was so happy that at least it is resolved, and in energy level also, obviously. And this time, though, I'm seriously surprised from last 3-4 days when I missed something because now I'm feeling that problem in my body if I'm not giving that seeds to my body. So it's miracle. I can say I was not aware about any seed cycling or anything earlier, but now this is a part of my life and I never miss that. I can miss my food, but I can't miss these seeds now.
Wonderful.
That's great, Shefali, and it's so good to see you getting back in action and getting that energy. I always say that seeds are a very small thing, but the mightiness they have is a tremendous. We don't get the nutrition easily anywhere that we can get from seeds and from the things that is required for hormonal nourishment.
True.
your journey and how do you say it? Like,
Hi, ma'am. Thank you, Kavita ma'am, for having me here. Uh, इतना कुछ हमने डीटीएफ से सीखा है. I'm associated with DTF from past 7 years. एंड डीटीएफ से एक्सरसाइजेस कर रहा तो हम हमेशा सीखते ही हैं. डेली 1 आवर हमारा वर्कआउट होता है. बट उसके बाद जब मुझे थोड़ा सा भी प्री मेनोपॉजल प्रॉब्लम स्टार्ट हुआ, तो कविता मैम ने हमें बताया कि हमें सीड साइकिलिंग स्टार्ट करना चाहिए. बट सीड साइकिलिंग जब मैंने स्टार्ट किया, थोड़ा सा ऑफ एंड ऑन बड़ा मुश्किल था. अभी ये सीड स्टार्ट करना है, अभी ये सीड स्टार्ट करना है, तो वो मैं कंटिन्यू कर नहीं पाई उस चीज को. लेकिन बाद में जब त्वरा इंट्रोड्यूस किया, इट वॉज वेरी मच इजियर फॉर मी कि मैं उसको कंटिन्यू कर पाई, क्योंकि उसमें खाली आपको एक स्कूप लेना है और वो काम आपका मैजिकली हो जाता है. और फर्स्ट मंथ तो मुझे इतना ज्यादा मतलब इफेक्ट नहीं आया उसका, कि पूछा मुझे कि कुछ रिस्पॉन्स है, मतलब कुछ डिफरेंस आ रहा है, लेकिन नहीं. लेकिन मुझे उसके बाद बहुत फर्क आया. मुझे स्पॉटिंग का इशू था कि, और 20 डेज में, कभी 18 डेज में मेरे पीरियड स्टार्ट हो रहे थे. तो उसमें मुझे बहुत डिफरेंस है. अब मेरे पीरियड्स रेगुलेट हो गए हैं और इवन पेन में मुझे काफी डिफरेंस नजर आता है. स्पेशली मतलब बॉडी में एनर्जी लेवल मुझे इंक्रीज दिखता है. तो वो मुझे काफी फर्क दिख रहा है इस चीज के साथ. और सबसे अच्छी चीज मुझे ये लगती है कि इसमें आपको टेंशन नहीं है. आप जब चाहे जहां चाहे कैरी कर सकते हो, आप इजीली इसको कंज्यूम कर सकते हो. मतलब मेरे जैसे लेजी लोगों के लिए, जिनको इतना कुछ करना पसंद नहीं है, के लिए बहुत आसानी से आप इजीली अवेलेबल है. आप आराम से लेके सब काम कर सकते हो.
great. Shweta, here is one my question for you. One thing that teachers shouldn't ignore for their hormonal imbalance, that suggest that think like they are having hormonal imbalance, उनको लग रहा है, और ऐसी क्या चीज उन्हें नहीं इग्नोर करनी चाहिए उनकी लाइफस्टाइल में, to not get into hormonal imbalance, I would say.
The first thing, it might sound like a repeat, but the first thing will be sleep. You have to sleep between 9:30 in the night or latest by 10 o'clock in the night. And 10 to 2 is the time when your body is working on hormonal balancing. You don't want to miss this chance. So don't disrupt the natural cycle of your body to repair your hormones. So don't do that by watching your Netflix. Netflix you can watch tomorrow in the day. That's okay.
And teacher, I will request you to please spread this among your students. Tell them to sleep early and rise early. It's a major issue nowadays. Kids are not sleeping and getting into so many issues. So sleep is very important. So that is the one thing. One food that you feel that is unnegotiable as per the teachers, Shweta. One food.
Green vegetables. I'll tell you why. Because usually when you look at women who are teachers, they will have problems with respect to writing on the blackboard. They will have neck pains. They will have shoulder pains. They will have back pains. They are standing for a long period of time, so they may have spider veins. They will have varicose veins. A lot of teachers, especially after 40s, etc., start experiencing spider veins or varicose veins, which is quite natural because they are standing or they are sedentary for a long period of time. So it is either of these. Then the other thing that they may have is a lot of metabolic disorders that teachers have. Obesity ho, या फिर diabetes हो, या फिर BP हो, and that is all of this is because उनकी काफ की इतनी एक्सरसाइज नहीं हो पाती है. So while they are sitting, they are just sitting, or they are standing, then they are only standing, but they are not really moving yet. So when you are walking, your calf is getting exercised, but that calf is very important for that circulation to come upwards. Your arteries are moving the blood from upwards to downwards, but your venous system is bringing it upwards, and that's where your calf muscle has to work. So amongst all of this, अगर diabetes को देखा जाए, BP को देखा जाए, today डिप्रेशन लेवल्स विमेन में ज्यादा है, मेन में कम है. एंजाइटी लेवल्स विमेन में ज्यादा है, मेन में कम है. बैक पेन्स विमेन में ज्यादा है, मेन में कम है. डायबिटीज इज मोर इन विमेन, लेस इन मेन. And similarly, there are a whole lot of even heart issues after the age of 50. Women have it more, and surprisingly, as compared to men. But I think all of this can easily be removed when you bring in green leafy vegetables into your diet, because green leafy vegetables have something called as phytoestrogens. It will make sure that any toxicity from your blood or from your entire body goes away. And green leafy vegetables are going to give the right amount of fiber so that आपके bowels clean rahe, toxicity it doesn't stay in your body for too long, and it gives you antioxidants. It's great for fiber, and it's got a lot of nutritive elements to heal you from any disease. So green leafy vegetables will be one. Sorry, I took longer.
No, no. So that is the reason I am always after smoothies, and I have been telling everyone,
Yeah.
please have green leafy smoothies, and green should be a handful. That is the very reason. And green
I
tea.
love my green juices. So especially between every two cooked meals, I have at least one, so if I'm having my lunch and my dinner, then in between I have at least one green juice. And I think it's very important for women today.
Great. So I was about to ask the next question, and it is by the other teachers who are not in platform, but they have dropped in the questions. So I'm taking up the question. Any other questions, Shefali, and if you have?
One question, Shweta, just one question.
Yeah.
Like you said, hydration is very important. We all are aware, and Kavita is behind us that you have to drink 3 liter, minimum 3 liters water every day. But we as a teachers, it's really difficult. We have to rush on floors, first floor, second floor, third floor. Like I am in exam department, so it's really difficult for me. Nowadays, many times it's really difficult to go on that floor to drink water. So is there anything else we can do, like in short span of time we can have that water so that our body gets hydrated, or like this, any shortcuts so that we can gain that hydration also, or we can include something in our diet or something like that so that we can get that proper hydration?
Body definitely requires hydration. Lekin body does not understand that you are getting hydrated by water, or you are getting hydrated by a juice, or you are getting hydrated by a fruit, or you are getting hydrated by a raw vegetable salad. Body is okay with that. You get hydration from different ways. So either you take a herbal tea, or you take a bottle of water, whichever floor that you are going on. Carry a bottle of water with you. Today you have sling bags which have a bottle pouch into it. Carry that if possible, so you don't even have to occupy your hands. But yeah, water is a non-negotiable. Water is absolutely a non-negotiable. So I remember when I used to go to work just a couple of years ago, from 8 o'clock in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening, I was at work. But I did have my sling with me, which had a small bottle, and I used to always keep it full, and I used to drink it. In addition to that, before leaving my house, I would pack a green juice, and after reaching office, I would make sure I would drink that green juice. Before leaving my home, before I step out for office, I used to have some fruits. So when you have your juicy fruits like a watermelon or your oranges or any of those papaya, whichever is your seasonal fruit, every season brings in certain fruits, and it has a value why it comes into that season. So if you are having a regional, local, and a seasonal fruit just before you step out of home, that is also hydration. Early in the morning, when you are soaking your, raisins or your figs in the night and drinking that water in the first thing in in the morning, that is also some form of immediate hydration. Let's remember that your body is giving out water because you are breathing. Also, it's giving it out through your breath. You're losing water through your urine, you're losing out water through your stools, and losing out water through your skin, which is in the form of sweat. These are the four ways you're losing water every single day. Even in the night when you are sleeping, you are waking up dehydrated because in the night your body has got dehydrated. So that first boost of getting up in the morning and drinking that 1.5 glass of water, warm water, sitting in malasan, is going to help you not only to clear your bubbles, but it's the first dose of hydration. So jitna pani ho sake, if you are going to time it out in the first half of the day, it's better for you. Carry your sling water bottles, carry your fruits with you, eat your fruits before you step out. Simple ways. But yeah, water is a non-negotiable. You can't miss it, unfortunately or fortunately.
Ma'am, many of my teacher friends are having knee problem. They're suffering
Sorry,
from many of my teacher friends are they are suffering from knee problems. They're
needs.
having knee pains. So what is the reason and how can they get rid of it?
Okay. So if you're particularly speaking about a knee problem, a knee problem can happen because of anything. It can be a calcification deposit, or it can be an injury, or it can be just the fact that you are lacking minerals into your body. So a knee problem can happen because of a variety of reasons. It partially depends on the kind of work you are doing, whether you're standing for too long, whether you're sitting for too long, whether you're not having movement. But let's understand that every joint, let's not look at it specifically from a knee perspective, whether it is a knee joint, whether it is an elbow joint, whether it is any joint, your joint requires movement. Okay, so आज your knee is paining, and that's why full day you are sitting and not giving it any movement is not the best solution. Because when that little bit of pain starts, start walking. When you walk, there is friction that is generated, silica gets created, because of which you are able to create osteoclasts, osteoblasts. It is these osteoclasts and osteoblasts which have a direct correlation with progesterone, by the way. You know, your hormones make a difference here as well. But when you give the right amount of calcium to your body, when you are not taking calcium from the wrong source, you know, especially the growth stimulants that are added into your milk nowadays, and you are consuming that milk thinking that milk is going to be my highest source of calcium, maybe a myth, you know, because you may feel that I am getting the maximum calcium from milk, but let me tell you, your till, your sesame seeds has a higher dose of calcium. Your plant milks have a higher dose of calcium. Your green leafy vegetables will give you a higher dose of bioavailability of that calcium, which means that calcium goes into your body and everything that you are consuming gets digested, gets absorbed. Residue nahi rehta hai. And when that residue does not stay, it does not get in between your joints. And when it does not get in between your joints, you do not have calcification. And hence your knee pain will not happen. Your joint problems will not happen. Arthritis will not happen. So check on the source of calcium. Till ke, you know, whether it is sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, black sesame seeds, does not matter, will help you. Early in the morning, as if you have this chronic problem for a number of years, what you can do is early in the morning, take a warm glass of water with a little bit of haldi, little bit of ginger, and a little bit of methi dana powder. When you just make a powder of all of this and keep it with you, just take a scoop of it, mix it with your warm glass of water, and drink it first thing in the morning. Do this for 2 months, and you should see a significant improvement in your any joint pain, any bone pain. And if it is a local pain because of an injury, etc., you can always apply a mustard patch. You know, mustard seeds ko grind karke, mix it with a little bit of water and apply locally on that area. It will help you with the pain in that region.
It was a wonderful tip, Shweta.
Thank you.
One second, Shweta.
Yeah.
See, like I am taking already Twara, I am taking that seed cycling process and everything. Is it needed in my perimenopausal phase to take extra sesame seeds also for the requirement of calcium, or is it more than sufficient if I am taking that seeds?
See, all of this is your natural medicine. And any medicine has to be in the right dosage, in the right proportion. Just because water is a medicine, I'm taking excess of water, that is also harmful. Just because seeds are a medicine, I'm taking excess of seeds, that is also harmful. So if you are taking seeds in the form of seed cycling, it is enough for you. You don't, necessarily have to stock up every single day thinking and preparing for future. However, if you have a very chronic problem, like a maybe you are struggling with bone issues, or if you're struggling, then maybe a sesame seeds can help you if you take a little bit. But for some people, it does not go well. Too much of sesame seeds can also generate heat in your body. So you have to listen to your body and take moderately. If you think you can tolerate a little extra, maybe sometimes you take an extra, but the amount of seed cycling, if you just take seeds on a general basis, 1 tablespoon of each should be enough for you for your requirement.
Any other questions you have?
Ma'am, any suggestions for thyroid patients?
Yeah. See, generally, when you look at cruciferous vegetables like your cabbage or family or your cauliflowers, etc., they are very good. But at the same time, they also have certain goitrogens in them. So, if you are struggling with hypothyroidism, which means you have an underactive thyroid, then you don't take this cabbage and cauliflower in the raw format. You will take it cooked format or a steamed format. But if you are struggling with a hyperthyroidism, then you may want to take it in the raw format. So this is one thing that I would say. And especially most of the people, there are very few people who are actually undergoing hyperthyroidism, and most often than not, you see hypothyroidism, for which there is a acupressure tip or a reflexology tip that I can give you. When you look at your hand, you go down this thumb, just where your thumb, you see this bone where it ends, move a little bit towards your index finger. This point is your reflexology point for hypothyroidism. So when you nicely, you kind of stimulate it 3 times a day, 2 minutes in the morning, 2 minutes in the afternoon, 2 minutes in the evening, just by rolling it, giving it a little pressure, this point will help you in your hypothyroidism. That's one tip that I can just offhand give you.
Okay. Shweta, there are a few questions. I will take it quickly and before we wind up. What are the common dietary myths that you would like to debunk? You have said about
Um,
sesame seeds and milk. One was the thing. Any other dietary myths?
so one, I told you that you get calcium only from milk. Myth. You will get protein only if you eat non-vegetarian food. Myth. You will get B12 only if you are eating animal protein. Myth. You will get the right amount of protein. You require an X amount of protein into your body, which will only come from an external protein powder or a supplement. Myth. So all of this, there is protein is a big market today. It's a huge market today because protein sells. If I ask you to eat mutton, there is no market value to it. So, but protein has a market value attached to it. So you have protein bars coming, so you have, protein powders coming, and you have a huge sales of it. It's marketed well, it's earning a lot of profits. And yes, protein is important. I'm not saying that protein is not important. But does everybody require protein in the same quantity? Maybe not. It depends on how your body constitution is. It depends on what your activity levels are. So there are a lot of factors involved into it. So going by a number and saying I want these many grams of protein every single day because my food will not give it, I will get it from an external protein powder, that's not the best solution. You can get enough protein from food as well, from vegan sources, from your legumes, from your lentils, from your dals, from your chana, from your sprouts, from your nuts, from your seeds as well.
Great. It was definitely protein is something that is our biggest market today, and everybody is just feeding in, nothing taking care of health. I always tell everyone, please take care of the gut. It should be the absorption should be looked upon and not the protein part.
Yes, yes.
There is one good question here. How to reduce degeneration of joints which happens due to the age?
Yeah. A lot of times, just picking up on the same line that you just spoke, Kavita, and it was a very valid point. Many a times, it is not a problem with consumption, it is a problem with absorption. So the food that you are consuming is, thinking that I'm eating the most exotic vegetables, I'm eating a zucchini and I'm eating a avocado and I'm having all of the imported foodstuffs which are very much in trend. I'm consuming the best of food, but if it is not getting absorbed into your body, then then it's going to stay in your intestines for a long period of time. When it stays inside your intestines and it is undigested, what happens? Any undigested food, when sticks around into your intestines, it is rotting there. It is putrefying there. It is fermenting there. It is giving out gases. Those gases are feeding your bad bacteria, not the good bacteria. So there is an increase in bad bacteria in your gut, because of which you go through an imbalance of the microbiome into your gut, which is also called dysbiosis. Because of this imbalance that happens inside your gut, you may feel that I took a lot of calcium and so my bone issues should go away and I should not get osteopenia. But when you are taking calcium from the wrong source, that residue stays. When that residue stays, it is more likely to give you bone issues like an arthritis, or it can create an osteopenia or osteoporosis. So if I have to just put it in a very simple manner, whatever you consume must be absorbed. If it is not absorbed, it should get out of your body. If it is not getting out of your body, it is staying inside your body, then that creates toxicity. And that toxicity is roaming around in your blood. Your blood is circulating all around your, every organ, every place in your body, from your tip of the toe to your head. That blood is taking the same toxicity everywhere inside your body. Wherever it chooses to go and stick, you will have a problem. If that toxicity goes and hides behind your eyes, you can get a cataract. If that toxicity goes and hides in between your joints, you will have a joint problem. It can be a gout or it can be an arthritis. If that toxicity stays in your blood for too long, you will have blood toxicity. You can have a blood cancer. It can even be the change of the pH from an acidic, from an alkaline pH to an acidic pH of your body, which you don't want. Your body has to have a particular balanced pH, which has to be, which has to be slightly alkaline, and the more acidic content that gets built up because of malabsorption, because the food did not digest in your body, that will lead to issues, weakening, and this toxicity ki wajah se your body will become a little more acidic. When your body becomes acidic, your blood pH has to be maintaining that, particular pH level of it. So it will start leaching alkalinity from different parts of your body. Which is the most alkaline substance in your body? It is calcium. So when your body says that, okay, I have become acidic and now I need alkalinity into my blood, it's going to leach calcium from your bones and put it into the blood, because it has to maintain that blood pH, without which you can die. So the body will do anything possible to maintain that blood pH, and in the process, it will leach out calcium from your bones. So your body helped you survive. Your body is preparing for the worst. It is helping you live. But in the process, your bones are getting weak. So the mantra is to eat something that is easily absorbable, as much as natural as possible. Your food every day should have a portion of raw and have a portion of cooked. Every single day you should have, like, a fruit is raw, your seeds are raw, your nuts are raw. Of course your nuts have to be soaked, but little bit of salad is raw. All of this is necessary for your body to maintain that blood pH. और जब वो pH maintain नहीं होता है, it leaches out calcium and you get problems like osteopenia or osteoporosis.
Great. So excess of everything is bad, and bioavailability is a very important point that.
Exactly.
And I think the most bioavailable foods are that we get from nature. So looking
Yeah.
back to the roots, having the food that the nature, the Mother Earth is giving, is the best way to keep your body in bay. And that is the one thing. Shweta, the last question before we end this thing: how can everyday people balance eating for pleasure and eating for health? This question. Pleasure eating
Certainly.
for health.
Yeah. See, I told you this, in your gut microbiome, there are two types of bacteria. One is the good bacteria, one is the bad bacteria. Both of them are required because both of them have a role to play in your body. So when, Kavita, just tell me the question again. You spoke about.
So it's how can everyday people balance eating for pleasure and for eating for
Yeah.
health?
Yeah. Okay. So when your body has more of bad bacteria, it is feeding the candida, it is feeding the fungi, it is feeding, it is increasing the bad bacteria into your body. And you know what the bad bacteria craves? It craves for junk. It craves for sugar. It craves for, all of those processed foods or fried foods that you get in the market. So when you feel that you are getting constant cravings of eating every 1 hour, 2 hours, then you have to understand that, is my gut microbiome balanced? Because if that gut microbiome was balanced, then I would not have this urge of constant cravings. Those constant cravings are probably feeding that candida inside my gut. That constant craving is feeding the parasites in my gut, or the fungi in my gut. So I need to consume food that is natural, because when I consume it in the most natural way, in the authentic preparation, that has always been a part of our ancient wisdom, that's when you give the body what it requires. And when that comes, satiety comes very naturally. I ate a little portion of natural food, but I felt enough. but I eat a lot of, if I eat 3 potatoes, I will be more than full. But if I eat one whole packet of chips, I will not be full. I will feel like having another packet of chips and then again another packet of chips, because all of these ultra processed foods are addictive in nature. They are designed for addiction. In the laboratories, companies are spending crores and crores of rupees to be able to make their food items addictive for you, so that you eat that bag of chips and you crave for one more. You finish one kurkure and you want another. You finish one packet of maybe any ultra processed food, you eat one sandwich and you want another, or a burger or a fried samosa, and you feel like having another. But you can't eat as many potatoes as much, jitno ke to aap chips kha jate hain. You might just land up eating twice the number of potatoes in the form of that chips, but you are actually not going to be able to be full with it, because that satiety does not come. Cravings ko kam karne ke liye reduce on sugar. Cravings ko kam karne ke liye make sure you're eating as natural food as possible, and that natural food will come from fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, legumes. This is all that your body requires. And you don't require anything other than that. As long as on a daily basis you're eating fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, grains, and legumes, sprouts, this is all. You will not require anything else in your body.
And I can add here, if you are having all these things like nuts, seeds, and all the things that Shweta has said, you won't have that cravings also. You will like
Definitely.
cravings will automatically go. It's all about what your gut need you have they've given it. It won't have anything else. It's just a cravings are the body symbol to give you ki you are needing, so you are lacking on nutrients, you're lacking of the basic things that the nature wants you to have.
Yeah. You're craving for something, that means some mineral is deficient in your body. That's why you are craving for it. Craving for sweet because something is lacking. You're craving for spicy because something is lacking. You're craving for chaat because something is lacking. These are all mineral deficiencies, nutrient deficiencies that your body is trying to throw out. And these nutrient deficiencies will continue to happen if you go for ultra processed and processed foods.
And that
So,
nutrient.
ma'am, really, sorry. If we are craving for sugar, it doesn't mean that we have a low sugar level. It
So
doesn't mean
that
that.
does not necessarily mean that. So it does not necessarily mean that. What it means is that, candida in your gut craves for sugar. Even uh, you know, cancer increases in a body that has sugar. So if you are consuming sugar, it can lead to a cancer, and cancer feeds on sugar. So the moment you stop the supply of sugar into your body, you will start seeing a number of diseases change. Just try this only for 21 days. Okay, just try this. Even if you try this only for 14 days, try going off sugar only for 14 days, and you just observe what is happening to your body. Bloating will come down, acidity levels will come down,
Yes.
cravings will come down. Your body will automatically get into a reset mode. Your body will start realizing that something's improving. Okay, and the healing process begins from there. And you have to be conscious of your body. You'll understand it, I'm sure.
Thank you, Shweta, for giving all the wonderful insights about the nutrition, lifestyle, and how teachers can balance it out. And it was a wonderful session here. Shefali and Madhu for being here and sharing your journey and telling how benefit the Swara from give workout and how you are taking care despite of your busy schedule. You're taking time for yourself. That is the major thing. Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers. Happy Teachers Day, Shweta, for giving us the insight and teaching us those things.
Yes. Thank
And
you so much. Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
thank
Thank,
you.
Happy
thank,
Teachers Day to everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank
thank,
you.
thank you so much.